So you were part of the transition team, but didn't really care about the results. Well, let me answer it for you. When Mr. Krasner became district attorney, there were 315 homicides citywide. How many do you think there are this past year?
I know the murder rate is up nationally, Senator, but I'm not familiar with the specifics.
It went from 315 to 562, almost twice the 2017 number, the highest in over 60 years. Let me ask you, is that a progressive approach? You call these progressive prosecutors who let violent criminals go, who then murder innocent people. Is that progressive? 562 people murdered in Philadelphia.
Senator, I take a strong interest in the successful prosecution of murder cases because—
Okay, I actually don't believe your record reflects that, so let's look elsewhere, because you actually make a business of supporting these soft-on-crime prosecutors that release violent criminals. You also were on the transition committee for Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon, who came to office in 2020. Like Krasner, like other Soros DAs, they come in to let violent criminals go, and they do it. And those violent criminals murder innocent people. Do you have any idea what the murder rate was in Los Angeles County in 2021?
Senator, again, I'm aware in the wake of the COVID pandemic, the murder rate is up nationally, and I don't know the specifics.
So you serve on transition teams for DAs, but you're not concerned with the murder rate. Well, it was 397 murders in 2021. That was 11.8% higher than the year before, which was 355, and it was 53.9% higher than the 2019 total before Mr. Gascon was elected. That was 258. Why is it that you keep being part of the transition team, helping advise district attorneys on how to release violent criminals, and you're the head of the Innocence Project? And the Innocence Project actually does good work for people who are wrongfully convicted. They should be released. But do you care about the innocent people who are murdered because you keep advising people who put policies in place that result in more innocent people being murdered?
I see the time is up, but I'm happy to answer the senator's question if the chair will permit. Senator Cruz, I have worked for 20 years on cases involving some of the most horrific crimes imaginable, murders and rapes. Some of my own clients were murder victims' family members. They lost their loved ones and were wrongly convicted of killing them. And much of the work that I have done with DNA and other evidence has helped identify—
Ms. Morrison, you're not answering my question. Why do you keep advising radical district attorneys who let violent criminals go and result in homicide rates skyrocketing? Do you care about the innocent people being killed because of the policies you're implementing?
One thing I'm so tired of is people having their talking points, sticking to their talking points because they don't want to answer the question, and they know that by answering the question, they're going to end up, showing that they're guilty of doing wrongdoing. This person, every time she's asked, do you know about how many homicides there were? Her first time answering it was, I don't know what the murder rate is, but I understand that it's up everywhere nationally. And then the second time she's asked about the murder rate in LA since 2021, she answered the same way. She goes, oh, but she added a piece to it, since COVID. People are still relating to COVID or blaming things on COVID. Since COVID, that the murder rates have been up nationally everywhere. So just get so tired of hearing the talking points, and they're clearly accented in the video as she just falls back on it. Now, when he tells her that how come she makes a business of supporting soft on crime prosecutors that release violent criminals, why is she making it a business to support them? She goes on answering like she's telling a fairy tale answer, and I'm so glad that Cruz just stops her from talking and just asks her straight out, why are you supporting these prosecutors who are letting violent criminals out, killing Americans? And answer the freaking question, right? So frustrating.